Hello, everyone, and welcome to We Go Deep with Kat and Sarah. This is a very exciting episode as we have our very first guest. We are joined by Katerina Fiserova from the Czech Republic. And today we're going to talk about listening and why the three of us think listening is really important. I wanted to find a better word than important, like why listening is something that should be paid attention to. And Katerina is part of something called the Listening Project in the Czech Republic, and she's going to tell us all about that. So, listening. What does listening mean to you, Kathleen?
I have learned that I had ginormous opportunities to improve my listening skills very recently, which highlighted that what I thought constituted good listening wasn't so much. And so when I practiced, better listening skills, it kind of blew my mind. How the connection between the other person and myself, and it was the experience of a deeper listening. It was benefited both the other and the person. So, I just think it's crucial to truly knowing someone, and for a depth of connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think, Sarah? What do you think about the value of listening?
I think a lot of things. I'm curious, Katerina, if you could tell us what would you say how to listen, or what is listening, or in general?
Wow. It's a great question for beginning. And thank you that we can speak about listening and that we can listen. What I think about listening was changing during the time. And how I see it now, it's so different than when I start with the listening topic, how to improve the skills. And now I see listening like the description of the way how we can live ordinary life, like synonym to be present, something like that. But on the beginning, it was something like how maybe it was more technique, like how to be connected with someone else, how to better understand. And on some level for me, it was technique how to maybe a little bit manipulate the people around me, to have it on the same level, to be like on the same side, to find the better solution for something. And it was on the beginning. And in that time, it was something what I project to the other people, listening to others, listening to people, to listen to people. Now I see listening really like something that I really see that if you listen someone else, you are listening beyond words, but not their words. You are open to listen something from your inside. And I see it's a little bit fresh for me. Because long time it was that I listen meant for me to sit with someone, okay, be present, but I tried too hard to be present, to do it, to be present with someone. It's funny thing because it isn't about it, but I tried. And I believed that listen beyond the words mean to find something beyond the words what someone else said. But the real thing about listening is that if you are listening, you are really present, you are empty. And what you heard isn't connected with the words what someone else said, but with something what increase in your soul, in your own inside. If it makes sense for you.
Yeah, thank you. That's beautiful. I was recently coming across different sayings or not quite sayings, but phrases where I would hear listen to the feeling and listen, like Katerina said, listen beyond the words, or listen to the silence. And it started to look to me like listening was being with the soul of something and being with the soul of the universe or the soul of yourself, or like you said, listening to yourself, to listening with someone else. So there's a lot in the word listening. Yeah. Do you want to jump in, Katja? Oh, her internet might be, oh, there she goes. She's back. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Did you want to jump in there?
So sorry. I will do my best to don't repeat it, but you said something huge.
Yay.
Yay. And it was about silence. And I realized what was game changer for me. Listen to the silence, or listen from the silence. Listen from the emptiness. And maybe it's the same thing, but different words. And it's exactly what does it mean for me, listen beyond the words, because I have the feeling that you speak about the same thing. From the silence and for or to the silence.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't considered from the silence. That has a different feel to it, but yeah, it's listening from the silence. Awesome. So tell us about the listening project.
I think that I'm better in listening than to speaking, but
it's a lot. I like the story. So tell us a story, Katerina Fiserova.
yeah, we go deep. Okay. Okay, I think it's 2 years ago, when me and my friend Katerina, we had an idea. We had some workshop in Brno. Brno, it's the small town in Czech Republic, but it's the second biggest important town, but it doesn't matter. Anyway. And we had some workshop there, and we sat with our students together and just discuss about something during the break or after, I'm not sure about it. And we had idea to make the huge conference, a really huge conference about listening, because we found it like game changer for everyone. You know, we wanted share free principles, and it was a little bit difficult for us, but we had an experience that when we speak about listening, and if we gave to people the opportunity, to chance to have experience, what does it mean be listened by someone, be really listened by someone, that they are started to open. They are started to open, continue in the conversation. They are more, I don't know the word. They are more open to look to the direction when we are point to.
Mm.
And it was why we wanted to make a huge conference in Brno, at the time. And it was a really great experience because we had 1,000 thoughts about it. We saw it like the huge thing. We found a place. We made a little website about the action, about the event. But maybe after 2-3 weeks, we realized that we forgot to share the event to the world because we spent so many time in our thinking about the event. You know, we had to cancel because we didn't sell any tickets like that because we spent so many times with the planning and with the ideas how huge it would be, and we just forgot to make it real. Yeah? It's funny. And we canceled the event, and in the same moment, one volunteer from our NGO offered. She is from the Kutná Hora. She is Jane. She's a wonderful woman. That someone offered her a little space in some city house, maybe for 15 people. And we realized, okay, maybe we can transform the event to the different city and to the smallest public, and we can start with a workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And we make the first workshop about listening for people. And there were, I think, 12, 13 people. It was 3 hours workshop. And it was easy. It was simple because we just follow what we want. We only make some paper in the city hall about listening. You can come. And people came. And then the listening became a real project because what happened next wasn't about the workshop, but about the way how we start to follow or listen our inner wisdom and just follow the next step and the next step and the next step. And when I look back to 2 years, last 2 years, it seems to me that this project just arise itself without effort, without doing, without trying, and there was so much fun in it. Because after first workshop in the Kutná Hora, what's happened? You know, people who lived in the Kutná Hora realized, oh my God, I have neighbors and they are okay, they are fine, I can speak with them. Oh my God, I love to listen someone else. I want more. And then we do the different workshop. It was about listening, but it was about listen to myself. What does it mean? Who is real me? What does it mean? And then the same, not exactly same, but the similar, the similar group of people came again and take some friends with them. And then they wanted to speak about how we create things, what we want to create. And we just speak about 3 principles the whole time. The people can listen, we do some exercises. And it was one thing what surprised me, how naturally it increased. And the second thing which surprised me was that the people who were on the first workshop, they were from the different towns as well, some of them. And they bring the idea, oh my God, I want the same thing in my town. Okay, we can do it. You can do it. You know about listening, know everything. You're born with your ability to listen. Now you know. But they was afraid, and it was so easy. Said, okay, you know, we love the how to say, sightseeing. We like to know the another towns and cities. We came, and we came, and did the first session with someone, workshop together, and then they start continue just by their way. And it was so simple. And in the last 2 years we did, and I say we because it isn't about me. I did last listening workshop maybe 4 months ago, but now there are maybe 20-30 volunteers who run this workshop in the Czech Republic, and some of them started to do in the Slovak Republic as well. And I know about one girl in Bulgaria. I don't know if it's in English, but in Bulgaria, and we have plan about Switzerland. And I really love how simple and easy it can be if we just listen the next step what we can do for this project. And I wonder what will be next, because you are not from Europe, and do you know what does it mean? Huh?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I love how the people who came to the first few workshops, you talk about how then they brought it, and I also love how you said the experience of really being listened to opened people up and seemed like it changed them. And just that alone.
You know, what I heard you say, Katya, that struck me was that, you know, I thought we would be having a conversation about listening to other people. And you are sharing how you have listened to your own, well, everyone's inner wisdom in terms of the next step that arose for the project. And I just think that's really cool, that listening can go beyond, even though it's beyond the words, right? There's a listening that is coming from a place that isn't a concept that we can even use words to describe, but it goes much bigger than within the context of a person to person or a group to a group. There's listening to, you know, this divine intelligence. And somewhere in the conversation too, I'd love you to speak about that more, that like, while maybe there is, well, let me ask you the question. Is there a skill to be honed or improved, or is it entirely innate within us, or a combination of both? So talk about listening to wisdom, and what is your opinion on, you know, listening as a skill or not, or both?
Okay. I see that my opinion or answer about it was changing during the time as well. I will answer what I think now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh. Now I see more and more that it's something what it's really natural for us. But the way what I did before, what's bring me here, I think, on some level, to see this was to trying to practice it. And during the way, I touch the space and I start to more and more, this is the change. It was the game changer. More and more trust, let it go my ego, let it go my thinking at the moment, let it go everything, and just to be, and just to rely, to be present, that it isn't about me. And it seems like practicing, but the practicing was to, for me, was like experiment to allow myself, let it go everything, and just to be. And it worked. And the next time I did the same. And I started to see that I can really don't do nothing. I really can do nothing. It's good in English, I hope.
Yes.
Just, it wasn't about do something more. It was really about do less. Everything, just to be empty. And it surprised me, because when I speak with people about you can be present, how I can do it, it was surprise for me that if I say to someone else just to be empty, it's more easy. It seems to me that the people more understand what I want, like just be with me and be empty. Like, oh, sorry, I just continue my thinking, but I think if someone wants to listen better and stay with this question, some answer will come. Like,
yeah. There's such a simplicity. And how you say, just be empty. And at the same time, there's so much power in truly just listening. And lately I've been seeing a lot in slowing down or speed. I guess like the slow speed. So the more I slow down, the more I be. That's not very good English, but it doesn't matter. And the more I be, the more I listen, like that innate capacity just happens. And as you were speaking, I was thinking of all the ways I had learned at different times in school, different ways you learn to listen. And they all make you go, you're going faster. And what am I going to say? Okay, am I listening hard enough? And and it takes you in the opposite direction of what I would now call true listening. Yeah. I like that, the spaciousness and the emptiness.
Katya, do you have a vision for the project, or are you really I mean, it seems there was so much organic. It had a life of its own. You follow the next step. To me, it seems like you didn't really have a narrow path, but I'm just curious, do you hold a vision for the project?
Yes, I have, but oh. Yeah, I will share what I see, what I would like. But why I am laughing now is I'm not owner of the listening. Like, do you know what it was like? And just this idea, what came to my mind, make me this. I see really simple next steps. And we had some we have some materials about these workshops and about listening. And it's so simple to translate it to the different languages and just to allow, I think it's to allow to everybody just to take it and do it if they want. And then I get the idea that I really want to make the huge conference again, it's the second time, but real. And I'm playing with this idea, and I really want to make a conference in Prague, because Prague is, it's a heart of Europe, and this listening from the heart, it's something what make me sense. And I am curious, and I'm wondering what will be happen next. Yesterday or the day before, it doesn't matter, I spoke with our friends in the Slovak Republic, and I saw that we really don't have a patent on the listening project. It's alive. I just really love the idea. Can you imagine that I don't know in the English the word, every people on the world, 8 billion, I don't know the number, every people on the world will be able to listen from the heart or from the silence. Just to know that it's possible. Because the feeling what you have, if you really listen, live, for example, because everything is the same. It doesn't make me sense to say, listen to someone or listen to your wisdom. It's still the same. If you deep listen, if you are deep, the feeling what you have, I think it's inevitable that you have to be happy. It's inevitable that you feel the connection. It's like, and it's so simple to feel it and do it. Yeah, it's something what I really want, because I like this dot.
It feels to me that your heart is big enough to hold a vision of 8 billion people on the planet being able to listen from their heart. and at the same time allowing, wisdom to take the project where it will. Like to be happy and content with. That's kind of the sense I get from you.
Thank you. And now I have some funny thoughts again. Like, I learned that if you have vision, it has to be something really big. And the thing about listening, that we already know how to do it. It's made me like, maybe we need to have some bigger vision than 8 billion people. Do you know, like something more? I just joking, kidding. But I don't have the good words for it, but I will try. I really think that we are one. That we are one energy, that we are connected. And in how I see the world is, if I have this wish, if I have this feeling that it's possible, it's mean for me that the universe exactly know that it's really possible. And everybody can listen. Everyone can listen. It's like the proof that it's true, like that it's already happened. It just the feeling what we have when we listening. It's proof for me that this thing isn't a dream, that is something what already exists. We just need to we just need to realize that or be more aware of it, that it's possible. I hope it makes sense, but I'm not sure with the words now.
Lovely. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah. 8 billion people listening to themselves and each other from their hearts is a glorious vision. And I've always thought that if you can dream it and we are one, there, where did that dream come from? Of course it's possible then. Yeah.
And there's something also, Katya, that you said about a vision that's even bigger than 8 billion people. Because I think the energy of oneness, like when that heart is coherent, right? Oh my gosh, there's something greater possible that I don't know that the human brain at this point can, but somehow you're touching on the feeling of that. There's an awesome to the unlimited possibility and potential of where this could take us all, the one of all of us.
Yeah. Anything else either of you would like to add? Either about listening or about listening project?
I'm good. I think unless you have something to add, Sarah Joy, if Katya would, tell what is the main thing, the one big thing that she would like our listeners to know about listening or the project.
Maybe I have one warning for everyone. Warning about listening. Okay. Here is real danger. If you start to listen, you will fall fall in love with life, because it's inevitable. That's it.
That's beautiful.
So you've all been warned.
Yes.
Wonderful. I'll include in the show notes information how to get in touch with Katerina if anybody would like to. And thank you for tuning in and listening. And we'll catch you all next episode. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you, Katya, for being here and
Thank you.
with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.